Well, hello, welcome back. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy, and we are on Sunday stitching. So, those of you that were here last time will recall that I finished this flower. I'm really happy with it, but then I realised it was the wrong way to make the pillowcase. So now we need to put an image on here. I've decided that I'm going to work from this book here, Treasury of Flower Designs, and I'm going to work on this camellia. The only thing is, because of the way my fabric page is, I want it that way because I want that to sit like that. Okay. So I'm gonna, because my fabric is so thin, I'm gonna stencil through, and I'm then going to applique my pink fabrics. Now I have got 3 pinks, and then I've got some dark green for the leaves. Now these are all scrap fabrics. There's what remains of that pink Bordeaux glaze dress of my granddaughter's. There's the green for the leaves is that shirt that you've seen before. Right. And then there is actually some old pink, I think it's bed sheet or something. And I'm going to put an L there because that's a leaf. And as you can see, I'm not being 100% perfect with my tracing because it's just really a guideline, but it's going to be a lot more accurate than if I drew it freehand. So that's what I'm doing. I trust you're happy, safe and well, keeping warm. The weather's pretty cold, but it is here anyway, and that you're looking after yourselves. There's another leaf, and there's another leaf, and then we just need to concentrate on this centre, which is basically just squiggles of pieces facing up that way. There you go. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely good enough. Okay, so that's the book. What I'm now going to do is I want the darkest of dark pinks in the middle, and then I want the lighter pinks around the outside. So now this is this stuff. It's double stick fusible web. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this on, no, the other way around, silly cow, I mean stupid lady. I'm going to put that over there like that. Okay, and yes, I'm going to have to draw again, but that's what it is. So I'm just drawing on here, If you got freezer paper or whatever, that would work. And I think maybe that one, and that one, and that one, and then that one, and then the rest I'm going to do in the light pink. That's my plan. So I'm going to do a little cross on all of these that I know I want to be in the light darker pink, and then all these other ones that are obviously going to be in the lighter pink, I'll just leave unmarked. And then I will cut this out of pink. Okay. We want the leaf. And the reason I've drawn it twice is because I want one as my template to lay the pieces on, which is on the background fabric. Okay. And this one is where I want to cut my pieces from. So because this is ironable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it to where I want my pieces. So I'm going to cheat a bit here because I'm going to cut it out as a whole. I'm going to iron it onto the dark pink, and then I'm going to do a bit of fussy cutting. So that's the middle of our flower, and it's going on this dark bit here. So, oh excuse me, got an itchy nose for some reason. Now I've got to be careful because obviously I don't want, like I have, to lose the erasable pen. Okay, so, whoops, stand up. Why won't my iron stand up? There we go. Right, I'm going to cut this piece out. Now, as much as we've lost the very strong blue lines, we have actually got the white line. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, that's our piece. Now, my glue is now on there. So, I'll bring this in and work out, ha ha, ha 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 ha, which piece, no, there's always an easier way, isn't there? Why is it that I always make my life so difficult? It's because I like a challenge. Right, I feel like it belongs there, so that's where it's going. I'm just gonna, oh actually, you know what the answer would have been, of course, don't you? So I put this on there, and then we'd have known. And it goes there. See? That would have been the answer. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Oh my goodness. Where is my potty? Right. So there's our two leaves. So this piece goes there. Like that. I don't want to iron it yet because obviously I will iron off the rest of my pattern. So if I now cut off my leaves, so I'll cut this out. And then I'm gonna stitch through to get our loose shapes. I did say at the beginning that I was going to fussy cut them, but I'm not so sure now. So now that don't know what's happened there. We can always add extra, can't we? So then this one is for the light pink. So I'm going to rip this off of here. Now, of course, you could have cut all these pieces individually, if that's what floats your boat, but that's not where I'm going. So, I'm going to put this on this corner here. We will fussy cut round this. I've been working on my Roxy's pouch as well. That's all complete. It just needs stitching into a pouch. I'll show you. So there's my front with that lovely flower. There's the front, the back. I've even lined and padded it now and it says my journal. And I've done dark grey and gold. I've done a paler gold with like a champagne colour on those four, and then I've just done plain gold on there, and I'm yet to obviously iron off those lines as well. And it's even got its mini journaling, so I've been working on that. I'm also obviously working on our flowers here. It's all good fun. And I've been doing my Brook stitching as well. It's all about the stitching at the moment. Okay, so we fussy cut that. We're gonna pull off our paper, which has hopefully left our glue behind, along with some dog hair and goodness knows what else. And then this is gonna sit there. I'm going to trim that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to press it down. Trim that a little bit. Okay, now I need my pen, and I'm going to go round and pick up these extra leaves that are on the side there. Okay, and that's going to go on this mid pink, and it looks very abstract and not very planty at the moment, but once we get going with our stitch work, I think it's going to be okay. So right. Obviously we don't want that middle bit, do we? Duh. Then I'm going to put that bit there, and that bit there. Right. So I've turned it over now and I've drawn on the glue side because I've realised that that's why none of my pattern's working, because I keep flicking it round, don't I? Oh, what a dope. Hey, it is what it is. Obviously I haven't had enough caffeine today. Right, so we don't need that bit's wrong. Pardon me, excuse me. But we do need that bit. Right. And, you know, I must be honest and say I've not rushed out and bought this stuff for this project. It's something that I already had in my craft room from some project or other. I am afraid I have no idea when. There we go. And that's going to go on there like that. No, still no ironclad because you've got to do your leaves. So we have got 1, 2, 3 big leaves. Okay, and then there's a little tiny one up there. Okay, so, ow, got my thumb stuck in my scissors, that's no good, is it? So, get a piece of this. Oh no, where's my little one gone? Oh. Well, we've got our 3 big ones. Okay, now I can obviously, because it's plain, it's like a t-shirt material, I can turn this one over, and that'll make sure that, I don't know why I'm using these silly little scissors. I should have my big fabric shears out, shouldn't I? See, I really don't like doing things the easy way. But I guess you can sit and watch me struggle and learn what not to do. Because you can be picking up easier less problematic ideas as I'm going along, can't you? Right, so I'm going to put this on there. I don't know where the little one's gone. We'll double check when we've done it if we need the little one. If we do, then I can come back and do another little one, can't I? And I suppose really what I'm doing here is applique, isn't it? I just lots of different sewing ways to do my flowers through my book, that's all really. Okay. I see a couple of the ladies have, including Rachel actually, they've put pockets in their pouches. I think if I was using mine as a pouch rather than like a sort of journal cover case, I probably would have done that. I like the idea of the pocket. Perhaps I'll have to do another one, do some pockets in it. But obviously I just needed the whole centre to be open for what I was doing. Right. Okay. So there's my 3 big leaves. It's not right, is it? Doesn't matter. It works. But I do think I am going to have those 2 as well. I like more leaf. So let's bring it a bit closer so I can see what I'm doing. Like that. Okay, and you can see already, albeit very abstract, that is most definitely a flower and some greenery. Right, we are going to iron that down. We're going to put a lid on our pen and we're going to snip that out. I've got to be honest and say this stuff came to my rescue at the weekend when I was doing my reverse applique flowers on that old tea towel. I actually cut through the bottom layer on one of the petals and I was able to use this to seal it back up. So that was a happy little cheat. Okay. So then that is going to go there. See, it does actually look like a flower now, doesn't it? So now I'm going to iron it all down and iron off those ink marks. Or should I say press rather than iron. Now it looks much more like the flower that we wanted. Okay, so I'm going to let that cool down because obviously I can't put my heat eraser pen on that because it'll erase all the ink in the tube. I've done that before. Yeah, a bit daft, but I have done it. And then when that's cooled down, I'm going to redraw vaguely some of my lines so that I can be stitching. So whilst that's cooling down, I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to run and get my not stitch box, you know, my threads box, and we can do some stitching. Okay, so this is nice and cool now and I can use my heat erasable pen again. So this leaf is going to, sort of petal is going to come down here, that one comes down there, goes up, round, and then in the middle we've got these, and then this one comes there, there, and I'm just going along and putting in some petal lines, and then obviously, where was it? Let's look at a picture, that would help, wouldn't it? Oh no, I can't find it, of course. Fairly typical. There it is. Okay. So so we just sort of coming along, building it up. Bit like that, and then obviously our leaves will come like this. And I know me, I'll probably change it as I'm stitching, but there you go. So it looks a bit weird, doesn't it, with those blue lines on? Just feel like we need another layer. That's better. Okay, so the question now is, what colours am I going to stitch in? Am I going to go dark and light, or am I going to stitch it all in the one colour, or do we introduce this sort of champagne-y white? Don't have a lot of pink. See, that goes well on there. Because I don't really use pink. Ah, now that one goes on there. That one goes on there. And then we want like a baby pink for here. This one? No. It's almost an orangey pink, isn't it? Oops. I think it's that one. No. It's the orangey one that I pulled out. It's that one. So there we go. So, to remove all of this, let's find a needle. Let's start with our dark pink in the middle. So I've got 3 strands here already. And just find the end. That's the knotted end. So we do want this end. Just give it a little snip where it's starting to separate. And then that is going to go through there. These bow and needles, they really do thread much easier. Okay. I'm just going to do a basic running stitch. Ow, and stab myself apparently. Go back down there. And in true Claire style, I won't be following the lines exactly, because that would be just too perfect, wouldn't it? With the glue on the back, it is quite stiff to stitch, but of course one of the beauties here is it does stop the fraying. I mean, normally, you know, I really like the torn look, but I think something a little bit more intricate, I quite like the idea of having the fixed straight edge. So I'm just making my way around these lines, and obviously once I'm done, I'll iron all the glue out. And hopefully we'll have a nice looking flower. When I was on a sort out the other day, I did find a couple of hoops, and I keep questioning whether I should be stitching in a hoop. For filming purposes, because I feel if I had a hoop I'd probably be spinning it round less, which would probably be great for you guys. And as you can see, I'm going backwards and forwards and all over the place. It's just what makes sense to my eye, really. So I think I told you recently that hubby and I had been to the opticians, got new glasses. They've arrived now. It's amazing how much you can see with the right prescription. Oh dear. Crazy, I know. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. There we go. It is stiffer, as I say, with the glue from the paper, but it's not uncomfortably stiff. It's not like when you stitch through 4 or 5 layers of fabric and it really makes your fingers ache. Yeah, it's okay. I was watching my friend Karen the other day, Junk Journal Geek, on one of her videos, and she was stitching what I would call little shabby hearts. Little hearts that she'd found in her craft room. We keep coming across these things that we've got and we sort of forgot about. And she's stitching lots of little bits of lace and fabric and a button, and considering that maybe using as a dangle on a side of a journal rather than a bead dangle, which I thought was a nice idea, and they were super cute. So if you fancy that idea, pop over and have a look at Karen's channel. Oh, as I say, she's Lily Lulu, Junk Journal Geek. And funny enough that I'm talking about her, she kept pulling her needle off her thread when she was stitching. Oh, now I can't get it back in. So we'll cut it off square so we've got a nice fresh bit. And we'll go with that. She says, oh goodness me, come on Claire, you can do this. You're just saying how much easier to thread these bowen needles are, and then you're calling yourself a liar because you can't thread it. Then I've got to be honest, I think that's more my eyesight than the needle, because yes, I've got lovely new glasses, but they're not here, they're over on the other table. Not much point having them if you're not going to wear them, one thinks. Oh, for goodness sake, come on Claire. Right, last attempt, and then I'll have to turn the camera off because you must be getting really fed up watching me trying to thread a needle. See, give yourself a thread and it works. So what was I saying? Yeah, Karen and her hearts. Super cute little hearts she did. So yeah, Lily Lulu, the Junk Journal Geek. If you want to pop over and have a look at that. Okay, so that's my middle and that petal. So I'm going to go back through, jump up here and go around this one at the top. That's the children coming home from school, because as always I am filming ahead, it's not really Sunday. And then normally, you know, I would go back and I would whip over all of this back stitch, so we get that much more continual line rather than all these individual stitches. I don't know whether I'm gonna do that this time or not. We will wait and see. And coming down here. Camellia flowers are beautiful. When I had my day job, we used to make quite a lot of camellia oil soap. It's very, very calming for the skin and great for the complexion. So I have actually got a camellia. It's more of a bush than a tree or a flower in my garden. It's only a couple of years old, so it hasn't yet got its flowers on it. I'm hoping that maybe this year, I'm going to have to stop there, aren't I, because I've run out of thread, I think. I'm hoping this year will be the year. Can we get another one in? Shall we try? Yeah, we're only going to get that one stitch in though. You can see on the back where I've gone backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. There we go. So that is how she's looking at the moment, and I'm quite pleased with her, to be honest. So I think rather than let you get frustrated watching me thread another needle, I'll stop there for now and we'll come back to this next week. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe. I'll be back very soon. Ta-ta for now.